What's happening, guys?
What's up? Hi, Tarun.
Good to
be here. Hi.
So today we're going to talk about the origins of Maushi. How did a bunch of kids go from throwing freshers party to going on becoming India's most loved and respected promoters?
College from where we all studied together in design school. They had approached us that since you're from Pune, can you plan a freshers party? Everyone enjoyed that. Then we went to and did the Holi thing.
That was
The 2000.
Actually, that was the more turning point.
Yeah, that was the biggest turning point in our life because that's when the festival didn't happen.
Damn.
Only. So
because of some people, we can't name those people here. But
Yeah.
jo karna hai kar lo types, like, and they canned the whole party. That was a huge blow for us, like, because suddenly when a person is starting a company and suddenly you are like on a loss of like 20-25 lakhs, it's like a big blow for like for a 21-22-year-old.
Why Maushi?
So Maushi is from the OG Jackie Shroff, Dada.
Dada.
Yeah,
Bidu.
so Bidu.
What's happening, guys?
What's up? Hi, Tarun.
Good to be
Man.
here.
Hi.
Finally, after 3 months of going back and forth, we are finally here.
Yes.
Thank you for taking out the time.
100%.
It's a very special episode. We have two guests. We have Maushi in the building.
Thank you.
I'm so excited for today's episode. Also, have a look at my logo.
Yeah, is that new?
Yeah.
Yeah,
The logo
nice.
reveal first time on the
Oh,
podcast.
wow. Pretty cool.
Since you come from the design background,
Yeah.
so what
No,
do
I
you
like
have to
it. I totally like it. It gives that talk show vibe also. And I like the name also, What's Happening. It's pretty simple and it just says what it means.
Thank
so it's
you
pretty
so
cool.
much, brother.
Pretty cool
Thank you
stuff.
so much. So today we are going to talk about the origins of Maushi. How did a bunch of kids go from throwing freshers party to going on becoming India's most loved and respected promoters? Let's talk about your journey.
I mean, that's a lot to. We haven't become like India's most loved or something, but
Respected, I do feel.
I
Everyone
hope
talks
so.
about you guys.
I hope so. But yeah, I mean, when we started, I mean, it was just we were not thinking we were there was no ambition, there was no dream that we were chasing. We just wanted to have fun. We were like just throwing parties for our college friends and. Yeah, I mean, just doing it for just so that we could party. That's all. And just after 1-2 years, and after doing a lot of other things and stuff, and in between Chetan and Hiten, they were already pursuing a musical career. And yeah, I mean, we all met at a party in Bombay,
Okay.
and we all are after doing everything differently from whatever we were doing. We all came with that same mindset that all of us were all of us felt that something was missing in our lives. And kind of we all had the same thing in our mind, which was Maushi, that let's start Maushi again. And then in 2018 we started Maushi again, and this time it was with a plan. This time it was with a vision that that we wanted to achieve something along with design and music, something which has happened in India. So then after that, yeah, whatever has happened, we just learned from time to time with every year. But yeah, and we're still learning. There's again, 5 years down, we don't come with an events background or something. We don't know exactly how to do things, how this business works. But yeah, with years, we're still figuring out. But yeah.
So what is the vision exactly?
I would like to take it a little behind, go behind in years. I would say when we started in 2014 was our first time when we threw a party, when we thought of throwing a party, because I was from Pune and my college from where we all studied together in design school, they had approached us that since you're from Pune, can you plan a freshers party? And this was the first time when we 4 friends, me, Sahil, Pradhumn and Daniel, who used to chill around, hang around, and we used to party a lot otherwise. We thought, okay, let's do this. Let's throw one party. And we did this party where we made little money out of it. So the first time we realized that we can party and we can make some money also out of it. And obviously we use that money to do more parties for ourselves. So that's how this Maushi thing started. And then of course this was not as Pradhumn said, there was no goal, there was no vision. We just wanted to do parties, and we thought what's better than going for a party and we were making money out of it.
Yeah.
So that's how this began.
Yeah,
That's
I
how
mean,
this
per night
part.
you were like earning like 35-40,000.
Yeah, like
you
like 100 rupees
Yeah.
per student was our
This
commission.
is
Like,
back in
Yeah.
2014.
yeah, 2014. That was
2014.
Oh.
And that 40,000 used to go like on that same night itself. Just like, just to party on those nights.
Yeah.
So it was fun. I mean, whatever we were doing.
So it was
But,
only for
yeah.
fun and
So
games.
Maushi was born from the idea just to have fun, partying
Yeah,
with
so
your
that
friends
was
and have
our
fun.
initial phase, and then I think so. We all, because we studied design, we never thought that music, we want to make a career into music or this will be our goal. So we all went into our lives, into our own paths. Daniel became a pilot. Sahil is a game designer.
Okay.
Pradhumn was doing his industrial design. I was started with my own graphic design studio. So we had no idea that we're going to continue this. So at one point, we all left this and we were in our own journey. And after, like, so 2018, I would say like after 2 years or something, 2014 to 2016, we did few parties. Then we stopped for 2 years.
Okay.
2018 was when I met Pradhumn in Bombay.
Okay.
And I was just chatting with him generally that, bro, I miss Maushi, man. We used to do that kind of parties. I really miss it. Do you think we should start again
Yeah.
and make that like our main gig? So this conversation I had with him, and then I got back to Pune, and then Pradhumn called me that, hey, bro, I also thought about it. Let's give it a shot. If we like don't do it now, then when will we do this?
Yeah.
So that's when Pradhumn packed his bags, left Bombay. He came to Pune straight up,
Yeah.
and with no plan, nothing. We sat. He was staying with me, and then my brother also joined me. So it was 3 of us. We thought, okay, let's start throwing parties. First thing I remember also, we googled that how to make money by throwing parties. Like, why would people pay you if you're throwing a party?
Yeah.
So that's what we googled, and we had no clue, like not studied anything about it. So initially, I think so we had no idea how to go about this. So we thought like the safe way would be to throw the first party at my place. It's our house. It's a house party in my house. So I told my parents to not be like in the house for these many hours in the evening. Then I called all our friends. We got CDJs, we got speakers, we put cameras to record the party, and we called 50 of our friends, and we threw a party.
This
Like
was in 2018.
18. This was 2018.
The first one, though, we only had like around 20 people.
Okay.
And the second time when we did something like that, and this was all like we were not like promoting it or anything.
Yeah,
We were just
calling only our friends just to try and
Yeah.
test.
Okay.
And these 20 people, then they called their friends. So the second house party or something which we did at somebody's rooftop, we had 35 people.
Okay.
Then we had gone to a garden outskirts, in the outskirts of the city.
Okay.
There we had around 75 people. The next one we knew that we are gonna cross like 100. We are gonna be around 120 people, and that's when we knew that now what we are doing is kind of illegal. Like we can't
Yeah.
call 120 people, charge them also, and like a minimal entry. It was all
Yeah.
BYOB, like
Yeah.
everybody gets their own alcohol and stuff, but it was still illegal to like have such a big group of people and
Without
take
any
entries and
permissions
everything.
Yeah.
and all of that.
So
And I think
that's-
so we used to
yeah.
charge 200 rupees entry just to cover the cost of
the
speakers,
speakers and all of
CDJ,
that.
and all
that.
and sell food also.
Yeah.
Alcohol was bring your own alcohol,
Oh,
and we used to make food, like ask our maids to make some
Yeah.
sandwiches,
We're
and we used to
making
sell
hot
that
dogs and
sandwiches over there. So that we could recover some
Damn
cost.
cool.
Yeah.
But we would never recover the cost because it's so happy to see so many people have showed up your party. We were giving alcohol from our side also, like, come, let's party. Like, we're only spending, it's okay. We're not making money, but this looks cool when people
Yeah.
showed up for our
Yeah.
gig.
I
That was more important
Yeah.
for us.
We actually we didn't try to make a community. We were just throwing parties, but automatically because of this, this number which I'm talking about from 75 to 120,
Very organic.
This was the community, like the
Yeah.
birth of the community, like how it all started, and that kept on going on till like
But
to a very big number.
That time when you realized that with every party the count is increasing, what were you guys thinking? Apart from that whole illegal thing that now we need to take this in a
Yeah,
more serious way, like go to a proper venue and throw a party.
Obviously,
What
like,
was like
that's-
Venue was not. I
Yeah,
remember
not
club
venue.
was not in our. We thought this is cool. This is something what people are not able to experience. Everyone who wants to party, they have to
Yeah.
go to a club
Yeah.
or a venue. So this is something which is very new for people, and that is why it is being liked by everyone. That is why people are growing so fast. So we thought, I think so. Let's use this model of not going to a club and just stick to doing outdoor gigs, like on unusual locations.
Okay.
This was back then when Circle and everything had not come, but we had this plan, okay, we'll do like unusual locations, do recordings, all of that, but obviously we couldn't execute. So we went for a big jump. We thought, okay, now we are cool, we've done this. Now let's
Yeah,
plan
arrived.
a Holi party, outdoor Holi party. Because now we are growing. Now
Yeah.
we're gonna probably plan something for 500,000-600,000 people.
Yeah.
Holi party. That was our next plan,
Yeah.
which did not go well.
But we'll come
come
to
back
that.
to
We'll
that.
come back to that. I want to understand this whole community thing. When you guys saw that people were coming, you had good response. What was going on in your head? You all never planned for this, right? It was just something you all liked doing.
No,
It was accidental, like in a way.
Yeah, you can say accidental.
See, the path was becoming an accidental path, but the vision was there. I mean, we always believed that we are doing this, and we knew that we are gonna do it. That we knew how to, like, we knew how we have to figure out like stuff, like, as we keep going. But that there was no doubt or something that we how are we gonna achieve it, or whether we are gonna achieve it or not. So we are clear on that. And obviously, we knew that we are doing something right, that the community
Yeah,
is
it's-
growing
yeah,
at
yeah.
this scale. And another thing, like, nobody, I mean, we hardly noticed any kind of design thought process being put behind any event. And that is something we were doing. And in design, that is the most basic thing. Whenever you're designing a product or something, the only thing which you mainly think about is that product has to be user centric.
Yeah.
So similarly, when we are organizing an event or curating an event, the major thing, like, from start to end, when the person enters the event to the person when that person leaves the event, it has to be like comfortable for
It's
that
the
person.
whole
So
experience.
all of that,
Basically,
Yeah,
you all
the
want to.
whole
so we're
experience.
just
You all
working
aim for.
towards that.
Yeah.
And to be honest, all of this happened in a span of like 3 or 4 months. So there was no time to, like, even take a step back and think, oh shit, like, what is happening, like, or so many things are changing so drastically.
Yeah.
Because before the Holi, we also had one New Year party, and we were expecting the party was supposed to be for around 120 people, but through friends, like, it was supposed to happen. It was gonna take place in Pune.
Outskirts- okay.
Yeah,
In
Pune.
Pune.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
from
I
Bombay
remember
and
that.
Pune. And we had not done any marketing. There was like just a page with around 200 followers or something on Instagram. But through friends and friends, like, it reached to, like, we had around 250 people. And the place can only hold 120 people. And
Wow.
kids who have come, like, from Bombay and Pune, and they're telling us, I mean, they have obviously they have traveled on 31st December. And they're telling us that we don't need beds. Like, we have just come to chill, and, like, we'll go back. We were literally, like, me, another person with me, we had gone to nearby villages to get mattresses, like, because we obviously had ran out of mattresses, and we were like, if you're taking people in, after some point, they would want to sleep.
Yeah,
right?
it was a
We have,
2-day
like,
thing. We had planned a 2-day thing. Like, you
Yeah.
come one evening,
Like
you
a
spend the
camping
night,
thing.
you
Yeah.
camp there, and next day there'll be an afternoon, and evening will get over. So it was
Yeah.
a 2-day plan. But we didn't plan for like so many people. We had put tents. We had put whatever kind of
This
accommodation
was
we could do.
2018 December.
Yeah, 2018 December.
Yeah.
We started in 2018, I would say
September.
July.
September. We
yeah.
started planning,
The,
but
the
September,
first house party.
one, yeah.
House party. And in 6 months, we were already throwing a New Year party in Pavna for 100 people with like 6-7 DJs on lineup, renting out everything, saw space. And it was a camping festival with planned for 100 people. And now we're getting calls on the day of the event that we're coming. We're like, please don't come. We don't have space. We don't know how to host you. There's no we'll manage and all of that. And suddenly there were like too many people at our party.
Bro,
even there.
we had to give our tents to people, and the whole team, where were we sleeping? We were sleeping in the car.
Yeah.
So 5 of us, we were sleeping in the car, and honestly, we were also liking that because it was so cold outside.
Yeah.
So we got mattresses, blankets for, like, people, that at least everybody has like a blanket and a mattress and a tent. So when we figured that out. So the first 6 hours of the event, most of the team was doing this only, like, sorting out the
Trying to
logistic for the
figure out
extra
things.
people who have
Yeah.
come. And now that the whole team, like all 5 of us, were sitting in a car and, like, sleeping inside that, trying to get some sleep in the car, because we have like a heavy day tomorrow. And then in the morning again, like, we are only waking up and helping with the breakfast.
Yeah.
Like, everybody is in the kitchen, like, because
That was our
three
first
extra
event,
people.
it was the first event. You get too
It's crazy.
ambitious
Yes.
with lack of planning.
But at
We were
any-
like, we're gonna do this 2-day festival. We're gonna give breakfast, camping, and all of that. Whatever we could think of,
Yeah.
what we want to attend, we thought we'll do all of it. But of course, it's our first one. We've not planned it that way. Like our party, like getting equipments
Yeah.
from city, all of that. It's difficult.
So basically, that's the mindset. What you personally want to experience is
Yeah.
what you want to give.
Yeah.
To
Give it
people
to
coming.
people.
That has always been like the
mindset, yeah.
mindset, right?
Of course, yeah.
Like what we would enjoy or what kind
Yeah.
of party we would like to
Yeah.
go. So let's give that kind of experience. And obviously, initial days you are so passionate about it and you want to just get done everything, be out there. So we planned for, I think so, we had, I don't know, so many things happening. This activity, rafting, kayaking, morning breakfast, this kind of package, all of that. And but how to achieve it with such a 5 people team who's doing this scale of event for the first time? We did it. I remember we slept around like 5, 6 a.m. and 8 a.m. We woke up also because like, oh shit, people are going to wake up now. I have to give them breakfast. What's happening in the kitchen?
Yeah,
At
so we
any
slept like
point,
2-3 hours.
at any point on day one, after you like wrapped up the day one of the festival, at any point didn't you think like, what are we doing? What have we got ourselves into?
No, not at all.
Like,
Well,
what the
people
fuck
were
is
having too
happening?
much fun.
People were having fun.
Too much
Everybody
fun.
was having
Everyone
fun.
enjoyed. We never thought for 1 second that it's going bad because of the location, outskirts, music is electronic. Everything's going so well. People are super happy that next day when we woke up, we did like a few hours of only session. Like obviously everyone was tired, but no one said anything that okay, it was supposed to be a 2-day. What's the next day thing? What's the agenda? In fact, people who had come as guests over there, even they were helping us in the morning with breakfast and everything. We're like, it's okay, I understand you guys are doing this. So they saw us that we're not like a company. We're like young community who's coming and doing this. So everyone was helping each other in the morning. Yeah, somebody's making milkshake over there. Some girls have come and they're making sandwiches with us. Some poha, somebody's serving. And so it felt like, okay, everyone's here, coming chill. Like, nobody stressed us out.
And everybody came like, via us because some friend has invited. And all the even the food stalls and all, they're also like friends. They're like, even all the artists, they're also friends. We didn't book any like, a big billing artist or somebody. It was all like, everybody was from the community who was like playing there.
Yeah.
So it just did feel like, that
It's
just
a big,
like a
big people who've come together.
kind of party.
Yeah.
We should documented this.
Oh, we do have.
We do
So
What?
basically, we have, but the content is not that great. But we want to put it out.
You should put it
Yeah,
out,
we
yeah.
have we still have all the videos of that party, pictures and everything. But I think so. The cameraman was also having too much fun, so pictures are also
Must be like
hazy.
a crazy.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
should just
We-
sit down and watch the videos.
Yeah, we have. That's one good part about coming from a design background is that since beginning only we had this in mind that we should document everything. It's okay, whatever it is, but let's capture videos. So since the first party, which happened at my place until now, we have documented everything. We have
Are you serious?
we have all the media with us. We've not utilized it. It's there in hard drives,
What
many
are you
hard
waiting
drives. We never know what we're waiting for.
10th
We've
anniversary of
used it
Maushi.
sometimes.
Yeah.
We've used it sometimes. Just if for this recently also we were making 1 minute Maushi video and then we went through all our old videos and we had to like finish that work in 1 hour, but we just lost in our old memories and watching old videos. Like, wow, what we did, what fun in this. But we're gonna use that someday. Let's see. We're just now gathering it.
Yeah.
Just gathering all the old videos, everything.
Nice. Yeah.
Whenever we make it, then we'll use
Then
that.
probably we'll use it.
Maybe you'll do one more New Year's at Pavna and then probably use that as promotional material. Just saying this was the first.
No,
New
after that New Year we did not do any New Year's.
Yeah, after
Yeah.
that was the only New Year we have done.
Yeah, we thought it's kind of hectic New Year's and rentals and everything were like
Crazy.
double. We got scared. And of course, like I said, we did not plan. We planned like probably 10 days before New Year's. That okay, we're not going to do a New Year's. In 10 days we planned. And in 3 days our party is we don't have a speaker, we don't have CDJs.
Magnetic fields.
Yeah, I was at Magnetic Fields. I got back from Magnetic and Pradhumn was like, we're doing a New Year. In 10 days, we had to do everything. And I think so. We paid like some 10x amount of CDJs. And still we didn't get 2,000. We got those 350s.
What the fuck?
From Pune, some tempo guy came and gave it to us for like 60,000 rupees that
What?
time. Yeah, because New Year's. Everything is booked. You won't get anything.
Everyone
And we had no
wants to own
clue.
money.
Our planning was all according to ordinary event. 5,000 rent, 10,000 speaker. And everything was then 10x.
But that's how you learn. Na? With
Yeah, and
every
we had sold
event.
tickets. So like no looking back.
When
So this is what-
2018, when you guys decided to again give it a try, were you like, since you were in Pune, were you kind of frustrated with the scene at that point that it made you feel like, you know what,
that
let's
you
give it a
can
shot?
say that was one factor. Not frustrated with the
I think
scene.
that time was still better.
Yeah, the scene was good.
Yeah.
But what I felt was that it's good for the local scene. And one drawback I used to feel that a lot of international touring, which used to come to India, would not come to Pune. Would come to Bombay, Bangalore, Delhi, big cities and then go back. And we as Pune people had to go to Bombay to attend that. So we felt that somewhere Pune scene is lacking. Also, we spoke to a few DJs and everything, and they were not like, they would not count Pune as like the top city to play in India. So that also where somewhere he also felt that okay, probably we can come into the picture and do something about it. We were quite passionate before starting Maushi. We used to party a lot, not I would say party, but go and listen to music a lot in clubs. Attend all our favorite DJs, went for Magnetic Fields and all these festivals, and which actually changed our mind also. And then we thought that okay, this is something in Pune is lacking, and probably we can help.
Yeah.
Didn't they come that okay, we're gonna come and change the scene, bring a revolution? We're like okay, probably at least we can do it for our friends.
Yeah.
But
When we started,
we have been like always like quite close to the city Pune. I mean, we did from the beginning. We wanted to get Pune in the map, like that we wanted to do more things, bigger things in Pune. And he's being very humble about it, but or very sweet about it. But yeah, whenever we have spoken to artists, I mean, apart from 1-2 places, they used to just call Pune's scene. They're like, Pune's scene is like isn't like that great or something like I mean, except apart from 1-2 exception, which obviously Pune being such a big city, it's like the basic thing, like But yeah, I mean that's from those parties we've come and literally like wrote those quotes from these artists on our whiteboards that that Pune's scene is or this like that this is what we are like this is what we want to change like I mean this is bullshit what like what people think like and in like within a year's time like that that at least that narrative like kind of changed like when we booked those artists again to play our parties and they were not expecting any of that like the first anniversary which we did, that was like at that time it was like the biggest like at least for a techno gathering like of around 15 to 1600 people like at back in the days that Zeleb used to have there was there. So we did our first anniversary gig, we kept it there, and yeah, 1500 1600 people, all the artists we had booked, we had Sequel, we had Dot That. Since then, that was the first time we.
That was our turning point gig.
That was the turning point.
This was 2019.
Yeah, 2019. Though.
So right after New Year's, then you all decided now we need to buckle up.
No, after New Year's we got New Year's went well. Everyone enjoyed that. Then we went to and did the Holi thing.
That was the
2000.
Actually, that was the more turning point.
Yeah, that was the biggest turning point in our life because that's when the festival didn't happen.
Damn.
Only. So
because of some people we can't name those people here. But
so that was a big jump after that. That because after New Year's we came back and we're like, okay, now people have even increased more, and now we can't do house parties anymore. There's no space. So it was December, Jan, I think so, and Feb was like, okay, let's do Holi. And that time, electronic Holi used to not happen in Pune.
It was only Bollywood.
It was majorly Bollywood Holi.
Even till date, it's only.
Yeah, but
now you guys have now taken the whole.
At least like people are like more open to do. In fact, not just in Pune, in Bombay also there weren't, apart from Sikh Flip ka Pineapples party, there was no other party. And Sikh Flip Pineapple party also started like I think that year or a year before or something like that.
Correct.
So before that it was only Bollywood parties, and everybody, all the communities everywhere in India, they used to avoid the Holi date because it was like a Bollywood thing. It was known to be that. We booked one of the artists from Germany, Stereo Express. And
that was the first international.
Like, first 2019
March.
I have a story for this. Before I let you start, it was on my birthday. I called you also that morning, and you were bummed out about it. And you were like, "Bro, I can't talk right now." I don't know if you remember this. I can't talk right now.
25th March.
It was 21st.
21st March.
I remember. I was excited. I was like, "Bro, कुछ अलग हो रहा है. जाना पड़ेगा मेरा birthday पे." I called you, and you're like, "Bro, नहीं हो रहा है."
I know. Acha, you had called on the day of the event.
Day before.
No, day on the day.
You must have called on the day of the event.
You told me it's not happening.
Until morning it was happening.
And I was like, what?
Bro, I mean, so many things happen. See, I'll tell you. Firstly, nobody was. Nowadays, what do we do? Like, if you're doing an event, hoarding लगाएंगे, social media पे ads डाल दिए. We were not doing any of that. Everything was very organic marketing. हम लोग one person for like 3 days straight, like, was sitting in Symbiosis College.
One person was me. I was sitting. We were such a small team.
In Symbiosis, like,
I went to Symbiosis. I spoke to the principal, and he was like, "Of course not. You can't do this. This event is related to this, all of that alcohol and all of that stuff. You can't promote." And then I explained him like like where we come from, and we are promoting music more than all of that alcohol and everything, and we've taken care of everything, permissions and all of that. And then he was like, "Okay, cool. I will give you a spot in the entire campus. You can put a one table chair, sit there with all your flyers, and if you can convince students, then you can convince." So then I used to wait over there, and whenever their lunch break would happen, all the students would come out.
So every day like 3 to 4 hours. or
Yeah, 3 to
something
4
like
hours sit there and inform everyone about that. Okay, we are doing this
Then
in Korega Park. This is the
Yeah.
first time we're doing Maushi's this and talk about our event and all of that.
So one team was like doing the Chetan and all, they are doing that. Then we have like all our friends were sitting in our studio. We are sticking like stickers on matchboxes. So we had like around 3,000 matchboxes or something with our Holi sticker. And at that time we had put a scanner code and like
QR
so you
code.
can just QR code. You can just to buy the tickets and all the outlets. के बाहर जो भी टपरी or any smoke shop or something, we had distributed all our
Yeah.
cigarette cigarette boxes. So we were doing all kind of organic marketing. Like we went to all the ATMs and put our flyers there that this is where all the young people mostly come to withdraw cash and all. And we realized that a week prior, I mean, there was a big hype towards our event. Like a lot of people wanted to come for our event. Our venue got cancelled because the venue guys even though we had everything, the venue guys because I mean
3
ऊपर
days
से
prior, I would
3 days prior कि ऊपर से बोल दिया
Yeah,
that
there's
you
a
can't
stay
do-
order on the
yeah,
venue for a week.
for
I
a
was
week,
like, what is
just
this?
for a week. Once
I've
after Holi,
never heard, and they're like,
Yeah.
you can do your event next week.
How
And I was like,
that
this
Like,
is
that's-
something
that can't
fishy.
happen,
Like
no?
this can't. This
Yeah.
is something fishy. Who puts a stay order for a week?
So then
And that too exactly when our event is going to happen. Then
Yeah.
we realized that there is something going on.
No, not just, after that also we had to decide whether are we doing the event or no, because everybody was like you guys will have to can it, and we were like I mean can it then 3 days before the event, me and Chetan, we are roaming around throughout the city, even the outskirts of the city, like looking at any open ground कि अरे ये अच्छा लगेगा
we
ये
can try,
ये
we
जगह
can
से
try.
सही है, ठीक है अरे ये जैसा जंगल है, पागल है क्या, जंगल है ये तो, ठीक है यहाँ पे थोड़ी ना कर सकते हैं. So we're just going
We
around.
called also so many people.
people.
Like we saw empty plots. Their number, they put
Yeah.
sometime a plot belongs to this person.
We are
We've
calling
called
them
hello.
also.
We've seen your plot. In 3 days, our plan is to clean the plot, put mud, and put our structure and do Holi party.
Yeah.
Where does this madness come from?
I mean, we're already we knew that we are gonna go under losses if we
Yeah.
can the event. So might as well give it a try and try to recover something. And luckily, there was a Zomato event which was supposed to happen at Royal Palms that got canned. And we were like, okay, we have Royal
So that
Palms.
that venue was available.
And
Royal
that,
Palms.
But that gets us directly in the main street where all the Holi parties happen. These are all big players. They're all very powerful people, and we were making a lot of noise. So we took Royal Palms. We made it happen. The production and everything has happened. But in 3 days we need to get the permissions and everything. Everything got sorted. All the licenses got sorted. Only the they had to give us a permission, which they delayed till the last day. That ki it's sorted. Everything is sorted. We'll give it to you tomorrow. We'll give you tomorrow. Acha, I'm signing it now, but I'll give you tomorrow. I'll give you tomorrow. The next day when we went there, to collect the licenses and all, I can't give you, and they're not giving us any reasons for why or something. And then they did a lot of bullshit. Even if I have to tell you in short, firstly we were not starting the event because and a lot of people, Symbiosis people had called us and they were like, bro, all of us are coming there. So that's around 2,000 people. They were all coming together, they were all coming here. And we're like, just hold on, give us some time because we haven't started yet. And then told us to start, and then we started. Then they came to jo karna hai kar lo types, and they canned the whole party. That was a huge blow for us, because suddenly when a person is starting a company and suddenly you are on a loss of 20-25 lakhs, it's a big blow for for a 21-22-year-old. And anyway we were fighting with our families throughout this whole time, because for them it was what are you guys doing? You guys have left everything. Chetan had his design studio. I was working with on wildlife films and stuff. So we left everything to do this, and now we are under a loss of 20-25 lakhs. But one thing which was amazing, that just automatically we did, which later on people told us it was so amazing to see, was firstly there were 150 of our friends from Bombay, from Pune, artists, their friends, we were still there, and they were that we are all here, do we want to do something? And straight up we called few people. We called Sandy and and Euriska, and every place used to be shut on Holi.
Yeah.
So you see, we have 150 people, we have a headliner, we have the artists, everybody wants to play. There is no money involved or anything. We don't want to charge anything. We don't want to call anybody extra from outside. So do you want to open your place? And first call, like, and Sandy was like, yeah, 100%. Give us like, 15, 20 minutes. So at least that party happened. So everybody could party. And although we were shattered, we were completely gone.
Yeah.
We were like, when three of us were meeting akele mein, like festival ke piche or something, we were like gone, bro. I mean, we were like crying and shit. Like, everything is
we
happening.
were not
like,
able to fathom or even recollect ourselves that what has happened with us.
Yeah.
Because repercussions gonna be so big because we've taken money from market. Because since our parents were not supportive of this initially, we did not go to them for funds and everything. And for an outdoor event, you need bigger funds.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we got all that from market. We had spoken to some people and took some loan to do this event. And we were like, we have no clue how we're going to repay
How
this
we
and
gonna-
how we're going
yeah.
to collect ourselves and what are we going to do. I was so much okay. I was sitting in, I was speaking to them and I was even telling them that what like it'd be so difficult for us if you don't let this event happen. So I was ready to go at any extent to make this event happen.
Yeah.
But it did not happen, whatever reason.
They in fact even
And,
told us that we've got the permission from top to not let your event happen. It's
Yeah.
not like that.
Strange.
Yeah,
it's
it
like,
was a
we've
bit
got it,
fishy.
like,
Fishy things were
yeah.
happening, and it didn't sound right. It didn't sound anything legal, or we didn't do anything
Yeah.
right because I remember that we had like few people who were helping us with the licensings and permission stuff, and we were doing that from past 20-25 days. Like we were on it. We were going to all the offices, speaking to them, whatever license required. We were procuring them. Only one license, which is the final police permission, which is required that you can host an event, was not being given to us.
Yeah.
And our venue being cancelled, and then venue change, and then not being given. So there was something fishy, which we exactly don't know who did it or what was it, but it didn't sound right in any manner to us. And after that, like we still did the party at Euriska, and it went well. Everyone was happy, and all of
Everybody
that.
was actually
Even next
talking
day,
about
I
this.
think so. Stereo Express, since we were touring him, next day he had a gig in Bombay as well. We went to Bombay also. To do his gig in Bombay. We did that also. And after I think so 2-3 days, it all went into us like we could digest the fact that, okay, boss, we've lost a heavy amount of money
Yeah.
and we have no clue how to recover this and how to pay people now. We have to pay vendors, we have to pay loan, as in we have to pay the guys from where we've taken money and all of that. And I think so that was our biggest turning point where
Yeah, the Holi.
where we were like, okay, guys, if we have only two options in front of us now,
Either pack your bags.
either pack your bags and go back to our designs life, or we make this right, whatever decision we've taken. So packing bag was not an option because we had just started, and the passion was too high and energy was too much, and we all were like, okay.
And there was so much of potential, right? Even
Yeah.
after the gig
Potential,
got cancelled, there were about
definitely,
150
bro.
people
Also-
who were not upset. They're like, okay,
People
fine.
were happy.
Yeah. Also, when you see, I feel like we think like doing things is difficult until we do it.
Yeah.
So when we did the Holi event, the only thing which we couldn't do it was because of license. But we see the brighter side of it. We as a young team in 8 months, in March, September, July, in 8 months, we were able to host a big event, which like we did the production, we got the artists, international touring we never knew how to do it, we did that. We got people, everything we sorted. Only one thing we could not do. So the brighter side was much bigger
Yeah, I mean,
in that,
it
which gave us
Yeah,
confidence.
the takeaway from all of this is that y'all got to learn so many
everything,
things
yeah.
on the fly.
Yeah,
like,
learned
right?
so much out of it, and we were like, so we had more confidence in us that I think so. This is something we can achieve. Like we can recover the loss, but the benefit out of that was this also, that we got very serious about this. Until now, it was like, okay, house parties, fun, college, because there was nothing to lose, or we don't have any pressure on us that okay, we have to make this kind of money in this 1 month or 2 months or salaries or anything. But now the pressure was so much on us that in few months we have to repay all our loan from where we took the loan, and we have to repay our vendors. We have to clear this debt to move forward. So that pressure was so much enough that we got super serious about it, super dedicated to our work, super disciplined about it. Like no parties, no meeting friends, no doing that, just focusing on what we want to do and how we want to make this correct.
Yeah. It was
So
the biggest learning.
that's when we stepped into the club culture.
Yeah.
Hello there. Let's take a quick break for a shameless plug. XOXO Media is a digital marketing agency that helps brands shine, whether it's influencer marketing, website development, meta ads, or photo shoots. We have got you covered. Reach out to us on Instagram at xoxo.media Pune. Now back to the episode. But wait a minute. How did it affect your mental health? For new event
I mean,
organizers,
firstly,
bro, I want to talk about that because, like you said, the party happened in Euriska, but you guys were shattered. After facing such a setback, how did you guys still decide to keep going?
I mean, see, not going on was never the option. We were quite confident that this is something we wanted to do. And even though we were so sad, like behind the stage, like crying and everything, like, but we had decided that no matter what, if these 150 people are coming for us to Euriska and, like, we can't show them that, what we are going through. So in front of everybody, we kept it like, there's no big deal. Kept a smile on our face. Spoke to everybody. Until date, like, it's because we didn't know, like, what we were going through or what we were doing. But that incident, like, Sandy had reminded us, like, after months, that was the moment, like, he also realized that these boys are here to stay because, after such a big blow, a lot of people will, like, will give up or, like, will at least you can see it on their faces.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was nice to hear it from him as well. That that we had to keep that aside. But whenever we were meeting with each other,
yeah.
like oh yeah, we were like
Yeah.
quite devastated.
Devastated, yeah. But like as we said, like there was a brighter side to the festival. Was that we achieved something, we built something, we could actually a small team could execute an event on that scale.
Pull off such a big
Event, and it did not happen for some reason. That's okay, but the brighter side was much bigger than the lower side that it did not happen. So that confidence gave us that built a confidence in us that actually we can do something in this business, in music business, in event business. We can be somewhere. So let's not like put our heads down, put our heads high, be more serious about it, be more dedicated about it, and make our decision of getting into music right. You can always go back and feel like, okay, maybe it was not the right decision I made in my life and regret about it. Or you can always make it a right decision by working on it, by correcting in it. It's okay. Failures do happen, losses do happen, but you can always come out of it.
Yeah. I mean, now y'all are going to do Drem 2025 edition. Do you want to talk about that?
Yes, I mean, see, because of this, like, Holi became such an important, like, important event for us.
Checkpoint,
like,
yeah.
It started from that. Biggest learning was Holi. Right after that, like, it was the 2020 Holi. Again, like, COVID was coming, like, there was very uncertainty, like, in the whole scene. We had already got a call 3 days prior that, before that, in 2020, that we might have to cancel it. But that happened, the events happened. And that was the last event before the whole of India went shut for 2 years.
Yeah.
So for all the artists who were present that time, Linston, who is going to be playing in 2025 as well, a lot of other artists who were there, like, for them also that was the last party for the next 2 years.
Yeah.
So it became like a very very emotional thing for us, this event. So right after COVID as well. So since then, like, since the beginning, Holi has always been a very emotional for us. It's like a
Very
checkpoint,
personal.
like, it's like
Yeah,
every
it's very
year,
personal.
it's like we have reached some place. We have reached some place. Holi is like the checkpoint, like, like Chetan is saying, for us. And it's a blessing. Like this year, 2025, Qora is it's an amazing, beautiful,
that venue is something
beautiful
else
venue.
only.
Yeah,
You want to talk about the venue?
Yeah, see, I mean, the owner Govind, it's his personal space. He was never interested to give it for, like, for events or something, but he saw something in us, like, somebody got us connected, and with us he was completely fine to maybe, like, to you boys I can give it for to like, curate some events and all. So yeah, I mean, like once or twice we do events at Okoro. It's like a beautiful venue in slightly away from the city.
Yeah.
Like imagine, and we always loved such events. Like an artist under a tree. It's like in the midst of in between trees. It's a completely outdoor place, and the vibe is also beautiful. People are coming with their kids. They're like I mean, it's a like you have like kids running around, and like it's all organic colors. There's no we are completely anti like use of water for Holi, and also colors are like we've been working from the beginning. We've been working with Rajasthan Wildlife Department who we get the colors from the tribal villages of Rajasthan who make these from like fruits and flowers. So colors are all like organic colors, and this time we are trying like new things in terms of stage mechanics, and artists as well. You wanna?
Yeah. So this year, in terms of, I would say like every Holi is as a checkpoint for us. We also think that we should also step up our Holi every year and not repeat the same thing we've done before. As we still believe that experience matters a lot. So, and being from design background, we always make sure that all our event is different. Anytime people who come, they get a new experience. They get a fresh experience. And this year, we're trying something else with our stage. We're gonna add some mechanics to it. We're gonna bring the stage to life, like it will be moving. Otherwise, you must have seen like the stage is always stable and the lights are moving.
Yeah.
But we want to do something in which we still like we have some ideas.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Like a hydraulic stage?
No, not the hydraulic stage, but it will look like the stage is like a character. It has life in it. It has a soul in it. The stage will come out like that, and won't just look like a stage, but probably look like a character, or probably however you can perceive it.
Wow.
Up to you. And in terms of music also, since like this it has been a challenging event for us always, we've thought we'll make it even more challenging by like Blurry Slur is going back to back with Kampai. Yeah, they've done this once before on a very small format, but it's the first time they're doing it on a bigger format. They both have different style of music. Kampai is more into UKG bass music. Linston's more into house music. So they're both coming together. I don't know what's going to happen.
I'm
but
excited for
yeah,
for
we are
them.
super excited about it. They are excited about it because obviously it's challenging for them, but on another note, it's creative also. Something can really bloom from it.
Yeah.
And then we have Qora back-to-back Prismer. That's also absurd B2B. Prismer has a very different background of music. Qora has a different style of music. They also coming together and they're closing the party. So again, something unique is going to happen. So this brings excitement in us also as promoters, that okay, when we do something new in our events, it brings a lot of excitement. Then I think so. I am looking so forward to Holi. Like even I can't wait. I'm just like waiting when 14 is gonna happen.
Everyone in Pune is
Because I
looking
want to
forward.
experience myself that this B2B, the stage mechanism, and the other stuff we're gonna hide. And we actually Indianize it also a lot.
Okay.
We, as in you can say, we do Holi, which is electronic music, which is not like really Indian, but we like Holi is an Indian event. So we thought that we should bring some Indian elements into it. Like last year we had a chumpy station. Like you can get a head massage on a certain level from where you can see the entire event. So you feel like really amazing. Part of the event was like you can sit on a chair, look at the entire event and get a head massage, get a foot massage over there.
Wow.
So like we like to do that, all little bits of detailing which brings the Holi essence in it, and plus have our style of music in it. So this
Nice.
year is super exciting
I'm
for
mad
us.
excited.
Yeah.
Now I'm excited. Man, anything else you want to add to it?
To
the
Holi.
phase 1, phase 2 tickets are already
Yeah,
sold
tickets
out,
are
right?
we are I think so around 75% sold out for the festival, for the event. This is one biggest feeling an event organizer can get is ticket selling. Like if you sell tickets before the event, you feel so good about it. You feel safe. You have more time to think about other things,
Yes.
and you yourself will enjoy the event. Otherwise, you're on that stress. Okay, if people are going to show up or not on the day of the event, people are going to buy a ticket or not, and so much of effort has gone into it, and it just comes down to ticket selling.
Yeah.
But now the community has increased a lot. People are supporting us. They're liking what we're doing. People are traveling from other cities. That's a big part. Like from other state, the people are coming. From other cities, we've got calls. People are coming from south, north, west, east to just come and attend our Holi. That's a very big, there's a big, good feeling also. We were feeling proud of it when we got calls from other state that we are planning to attend. Like that's amazing.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
And it's going really well. Things are coming out really well. And it's
Nice.
going to be a blast.
Man.
It's going to be a
Good
blast.
luck.
Like, yes, thank
Good
you.
luck. 2019, you all couldn't do your Holi event, and look at you all now.
2025.
Everyone wants to come for a Maushi Holi event. Crazy journey, man.
Thank you, man.
Now I want to talk about your IPs. Can you just walk us through all your IPs?
So yeah, IPs.
How is it different from each? Like you have particular IPs curated for a specific venue. So how is it different?
Yeah, for a specific venue and a specific style of music also, you can say. Like we started, our first IP ever was on a Wednesday night. Since we were fresh promoters, obviously you can't go and get a Saturday night to yourself. We also understand, or a big night. So we got a Wednesday night for ourselves. And we started something called Disco on a Wednesday. And this IP is going to happen once in a month on a Wednesday. and the entire thing was disco. Like you dress up as you're in 80s. The decor is done like that stuff. It's all bling, and in every edition we would do a different decor. This is something I don't know why we had it in us, that we ourselves would always think, how will we feel if we attend the event? If I'm gonna go and see the same decor, maybe once or twice it's fine. Maybe third time we're like, okay, it's the same.
Yeah.
So for us only, because we are going to also attend the party as organizer, we are also going to listen to the music. We are a part of that event. So I also want to feel happy. Even if we are 10 of us, we should enjoy. So let's always have a new decor. So first 2-3 times it's fun, but then it's like, okay, every month you have to come up with new ideas, new decor, new concepts. That was hectic, but we did it. We did 11 editions of it before COVID hit. But all 11 editions had different style, different decor, different music, different artists coming up. So we just kept growing in that IP.
This is at High Spirits.
This was at High Spirits. This was at High Spirits on a Wednesday night, and it was a popping thing on a Wednesday night. Nobody must have thought, but we're having like 300, 400 people coming on a Wednesday night, dressing up. That was a big thing. Like people actually dressing up in 80s and 70s style.
Gen Z kids dressing up in 80s.
Yeah, it was so cool. We used to dress up, and it began like that. We as a initial team, organizing team, started dressing up. And people started seeing us, and they didn't feel shy about it. That okay, we should also dress up. We started like really dressing up.
Embrace that completely.
Yeah, all our friends are dressing up, and then everyone was styling themselves and looking forward for disco on a Wednesday.
Nice.
It's once in a month, so people don't mind coming out on a Wednesday. And it was a sweet little IP where 300-400 community people are coming. It's fun, disco music, happy. And a short 3-4 hours event. It was beautiful. But COVID happened. We couldn't continue.
But before COVID also, like, we had started another IP called Secret Recipe.
Okay.
That is completely opposite of Disco on a Wednesday. It's not stuck to one venue. It can move around to different venues. More harder sounds, more industrial sounds, more towards techno, more towards darkroom, kind of vibe. And for that, there was no venue, and we won't even disclose the venue. People will get a map on their mail once they book the ticket.
They buy tickets on the day of the event.
On the day of the event, they'll get the map. So and that also, even if you're doing it restaurants and all, it's gonna be backdoor entrances. Once the place is shut, then people are gonna enter via the kitchen, to come to to reach the venue. So all of that. So Secret Recipe was completely towards that. In fact, Secret Recipe, people can even check it out. Like there's a. We are the first people who got premiered on BRTV. On YouTube. This was Exhaust.
Exhaust was the artist.
It was a killer party. It was an amazing party. And so Secret Recipe is one. But because of Secret Recipe and Disco on a Wednesday, we at least got into the habit of curating and creating IPs.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's where
Why
it all
IP
started.
is actually it's a lot of people start IP, a lot of people do IP, but it's just like giving a name to an event. But for us, IP means giving a concept to the event, not just name. If Secret Recipe, okay, it's got to be secret. It's got to be speakeasy. It's got to be underground. No maps, no venue disclosed, nothing. You have to find out. It's secret. Same with Disco on a Wednesday, all disco. Then we come up with Drem. Drem is now all about day parties. Because we saw that in Pune, you can't party after 12, 1 o'clock. There are restrictions, time restrictions.
Yeah.
Because of that, we saw we can only party 3 hours in night. But why don't we utilize day? We have so much of time in day on a Sunday or fully free. Yeah. So let's do a day party which goes into a night, like a long 10-hour party, like let's a marathon dance.
From 2 to 12.
Yeah, from 2 to 12 we are doing a party. So that's how...
You all did in Euriska.
Euriska was the first one. We started the party at 2 p.m, went on till 10 p.m. because outdoor. So we had 8 hours of party, and that's how Daydream was born.
Yeah.
That's how this IP was about day parties.
That's a Satsang is more like
Then
community
Satsang is...
Daydream was more house music.
The music was more. We started with down tempo music, organic house music, more on those lines because more like day party, easy vibes, not heavy sounds. So no techno, nothing, but more on house, organic house and down tempo music. And Secret Recipe was techno. Disco, when it was disco. And we were like a multi-genre. We did not have like one selection of electronic music. We liked everything electronic. Be it live music also, come in. Anything sounds good is good music for us. And that's how this Daydream IP happened. Then we started Satsang as our IP.
Qora.
That's our longest running IP yet. We've done 50...
Every Thursday.
It's a twice in a month.
Okay.
We've done 56 editions of it, 56 parties until now. And again, Satsang idea is it's a community party. It's a Thursday community party where one DJ, any artist can come. It's not artist-driven party.
Okay.
It's a community-driven party. We've booked artists who don't even, like, people don't even know about them. They're very new, rare artists, but we believe in their music. They come, they have a full 4-hour set. They can come and they can play any kind of genre. So it's a community night. Artists can come. Like, for some time we had done, like, I remember for anniversary, Qora's playing, and there's a live painting going behind Qora. There's this girl, she's painting live according to what she's feeling in the party, how the music is going on. It's a live impromptu painting.
Wow.
So we included art in it. Then we have fashion in it. We have like there's like merchandise, clothing, and everything being sold outside. So Satsang is like more of amalgamation of art, music,
Okay.
decor, lights, community. It's an expression of us
Yeah.
to community on a Thursday night. That's how Satsang came into an
Wow.
IP. So when we still continue our IPs. IP is not something we gave a name and it did not work. It's okay, but we still do all our Secret Recipe still happens until now. Secret Recipe was born in 2019. It's been 5 years. We're still doing it. Drem also still happens as Holi. Satsang is something which is so 56.
We have another one which was started in Bombay, which is called We Are
Yeah.
Venus. So that is also like, more like a community kind of nights. Happen on a Friday, once a month at Bonobo.
The IP name is We Are
Yeah.
Venus. Venus is a planet of love. So
Yeah.
it's like we are people of love.
Oh, nice.
So our idea is that on a Friday night, just come and dance and have love.
And what kind of artists and music?
That also had like a lot of house music only. See, these are the Bonobo is a bar, so we understand the aesthetics also of a venue. That okay, this place, this kind of music will work. So at Bonobo we keep it house, a little bit of breakbeat, electro, but won't go a little darker. Keep it happy side also. Again, as the IP says, we are Venus. Like we are people of love, so music has to be about spreading love and all that, and not in the other side, like the darker side of it. So We Are Venus has that kind of IP. So right now we are running what four IPs?
IPs,
Right now we're
4
running
IPs.
4 IPs.
And the biggest one is Maushi Day. That's
Maushi Day is our anniversary.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is when that's our anniversary when we complete a year around the globe. We wish to celebrate it. It started in that way, but now that's become like our biggest. It's become a festival now.
Yeah.
Like
It's a multiple stage.
Yeah, it's a multiple stage.
day. That's the only IP which is like, multiple stages, multiple days.
So Maushi
obviously
Day,
it's the biggest. Yeah.
2019 when we did the first one was the game changing for us. We had planned a party for 400 people. Around 1500 people showed up. We were not expecting, we didn't have bands, that many bands, but we took everyone. All of the party went smashing. Party started in 2 in the afternoon, went till like 1:30 a.m. 12 DJs played. It was a huge success. Next day, we were getting calls from the industry, the agencies, the bigger ones who were there already, and they were calling for like, "Yo, boys, we just saw on social media what you guys did. It looked banger, it looked smashing. What are you guys up to? What's your plans?" And we started being recognized about Maushi Day. And that's how Maushi Day was born.
Yeah.
We didn't think when we started Maushi Day, we just thought, okay, let's celebrate anniversary, man. We finished 1 year, we survived 1 year in this. But then it was such a big one for us. We're like, okay, we got to keep doing this every year now. Now this is like a festival.
Yeah, it's an annual
So
thing.
now in 2024, the last one which we did was a 3-stage festival. We had keep harsh, drum and bass music going on, house music going on, inside techno music going on. And we had like 40 plus artists. We have flea market, food, around 2,000 attendees each day. So it's now become a full-fledged known festival. Now it's a thing. Now we have to do it.
How do you guys sit and brainstorm? Okay, we are going to do this for this venue. We are going to create this IP for this venue. How does that?
It's I think so. It has now become part of it. Since we studied design, it comes very natural to us that it is an inbuilt process.
Yeah.
Like me and Pradhumn was from same school when we studied design, and now when we even start with any concept or ideas, it's just naturally that it's natural that we're not going to repeat anything.
Yeah.
We are going to come with something absurd, like how name Maushi is.
Yeah.
Like who would think about Maushi as a event company name or
Everyone wants to
any
know
brand
that.
name?
Why Maushi?
So Maushi is from the OG Jackie Shroff, Dada.
Dada.
Yeah,
Bidu.
so Bidu has had done this one ad, polio ad, in which he used this very
Do you wanna
constantly.
Go ahead and say what was it?
It's
Maushi
Maushi
Chi.
That's where the word came from. But that's what, like, the ideas were absurd. We always think out of the box. Something which is like, okay, this might not look cool. It looks cool to us. We have like that kind of understanding now.
Yeah.
That let's do something crazy, man. Let's go something.
People in Pune that actually started calling us Maushi because one of our friend, because of this Because I mean, this meme had just come, and like one of our friends, Sahil, he started calling us Maushi. Like how you greet each other, like ki hey bro, what's up, what's
Yeah.
happening. We used to call each other like, hey Maushi, what's up, what's happening, like so.
Yeah, addressing each
Maushi
other as
became
Maushi.
like a bro for us,
Yeah.
which we started calling each other Maushi, which was very absurd and funny for people. Like why are these boys calling each other Maushi? And that's why they named our group Maushi. Like that's how we just stuck to that name. Like when we were also throwing parties, and that time we were throwing the college parties and
Yeah.
everything. So everybody started like
Yeah, everything
Yeah,
was Maushi.
they named
I
us
think
as
so.
Maushi.
I started a YouTube channel, Maushi.
Maushi.
Playing Counter Strike, Maushi. Everything was just Maushi. We had no clue what is Maushi. As in, obviously, we know what is Maushi,
Yeah.
but that just word
Yeah.
stayed with us. That Maushi.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Maushi means Masi, like your aunt. That's Maushi.
Yeah.
In Marathi, like every other older lady is Maushi.
it was very very natural that even when we started the whole events thing again, everybody was down for the idea that I mean it will be called Maushi. So
Yeah, in beginning our logo was M4USHI, like
Yeah.
A was 4,
Yeah.
because we like thought that'd be cool. But a lot of people could not understand what our name is. They would say like M4 Ushi,
Yeah.
or because no one would think Maushi as a name.
Yeah.
Like no one will could name Maushi. They're like M4 Ushi, some cool people have come. M4 Ushi. Then we thought no, we need to.
in the start, like whenever like you hear a Maushi party, then people think that okay, this is like either like a Bollywood
Yeah,
party
like a
or
regional
like
local party going on.
local or like so it was like completely opposite of that. But we're like it's okay. I mean, we won't change the name though. So
Yeah.
like fuck it.
So when is Jackie Dada coming to for one of your events?
Oh, that's a question. I met Jackie Shroff once.
Did you tell him about Maushi?
Yeah, of course. That was the reason he had invited me also.
What?
One of my friend, she's a designer for Jackie Shroff, and she was going to meet him, and she told him about that there are these my friends who run a company called Maushi. And he was like, wow, I want to meet these guys. Like, this sounds interesting. Like, they got the name from me and all of that. And I had gone to meet him, and at his place only in Pune, close by. And it was crazy, man. I was so nervous to meet. It was the first time I think so I was going to a celebrity's house or something, and never been like this kind of celebrity. But what an amazing human being. I think so. I got so comfortable with him that I was just talking to him like he's my regular friend, and we were just having chats like that. And he was too happy about Maushi that we wanted to know more about events and music. And he himself is a rock star. Like he loves music. And he's a big party head also. Like in his days, he's partied a lot. So he understood everything what we did. Super proud of it. And we've tried inviting him, but his saying whatever he says was also very important. So maybe let's see someday. We'll do like a small Maushi gathering. Then he would like to come for it.
And,
On a bigger gathering, you understand like there are a lot of safety, security reasons. It can be difficult.
Yeah.
So he also understands like your boys are killing it, kill it. Do your festival for the after party. Come to me. We'll party together. So he's at that level.
Unknowingly, he's like a good idol because he doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
Like I mean, the way
lately.
he talks and everything. Like even no matter wherever he goes, he is not like he knows who he is. Like he's not ashamed of where he comes from or his language or anything. And that's what we
And that's
also
become
are like.
become cool now.
Yeah.
Jackie Shroff, his authenticity is super cool now. People
real.
love it. And that's what I think so for us also, that we kept that Maushi and we want to be that authentic and we want to do what we like and however we are. Like not trying to be someone, not try to follow any trend, but probably make a trend or not even thinking about that. Just go out there, have fun. I don't think so. We even think that, we want to be there, we want to go there. Because parties like people coming together, having a good time, it should go smooth. We make some money out of it, that's cool about it. But it's not like, we want to be this person or this company and achieve that and do all that. Like, let's throw an honest, good party, where people are happy about it. And then everything just comes with it.
Yeah.
It just follows you. Our main motive is like it has to be great for the audience.
Yeah, the
We come
experience.
secondary.
Yeah,
First is audience. They are investing their time, their money, believing in you, and coming for your event. Even the artists are believing in you, coming for your event, spending so much time. We have to like make sure they have the best time. Their time is valued.
Man, you got your intentions right.
Yeah.
Speaking about Maushi, you want to talk about your shirt?
Oh,
I
that's
like the merchandise.
latest merchandise. So that's one cool thing. Like we've surrounded by creative people. like my sister, she's a fashion designer. So since she is my sister, so I can like experiment with a lot of things which can
Yeah.
go wrong. It's fine. It's all in the house.
She has
So
a brand called
yeah, she has a
Masala
brand called
Soda,
Masala
right?
Soda.
Yeah.
So for all our Maushi anniversary, every year we come up with new merch. We give her all the creative freedom. Like we all discuss brainstorming, but she has the entire creative freedom and then she comes up with all these new merches for us. It's like we're surrounded by them, so we can always like experiment a lot and do all of
yeah, I
this.
mean, she also experiments. Like last year at Holi, we were all wearing
Oh yeah,
ponchos.
Yeah, what were you wearing? The
Ponchos.
Ponchos, like
Yeah.
so
Instead
she-
of like those
yeah.
event T-shirts,
Yeah.
we thought let's not wear event T-shirts or everywhere events.
Yeah.
Let's do something absurd.
Yeah, she'll always come up with
So
like,
we
creative
directly wore
ways.
ponchos, like look like some Mexican cartel
Yeah,
over there.
yeah, I saw those pictures. Of it.
And she always comes up with like creative ways and like different unique ideas to like how what kind of merch we want.
Yeah.
So that
this
works
is
with
a
us.
cool utility shirt.
Yeah.
It's soon gonna be online and people
Nice.
can buy it.
Nice. So y'all have done so many, like y'all have created so many IPs at different venues. So how was your experience working with all the venues and with Khodu at High, with Sandy at Euriska, with Aman at Qora, with Nikki at Delhi, with Nikki y'all are doing the Holi
Event also. Yeah.
So how has the experience been working with all of these guys, and what have you all learned?
So, working with all these venues, see if you'll see that we are like collaborated on a longer run with very few venues. Like you said, those are the 4 venues. Like there's Qora, there's High Spirits, there's Euriska, and there's Daily All Day. Because these 4 venues, we felt that the venue owners and the venue itself has a very similar vision, have a similar taste of music, and have that understanding of what aligns with our values. That's why we stuck. We tried at other venues also, but obviously it did not go well in terms of like the venue understanding or a vision aligning with them. That's why we did not continue our IPs over there or did not select them to be our place for our IPs. But with these 4 venues, what the best thing was that these venues believed in us. Even if they being a successful venue venue owner, you always, being a successful one, you always have that, okay, I have an upper hand. It's my venue. I've created a great venue and I can I know best how to manage it. That's where I think so venue owners go wrong. And with these guys, they believed in us. They gave us full freedom. Like, okay, this is your day. This is your night. You do the creatives the way you want to do. You do the lineup the way you want to do. Do everything according to you. This entire day goes to you and be as creative as you can. And that's what gave us freedom to create these IPs in our way and make it successful and make it standing out for
Anything
the city.
Anything in particular about each and every venue owner?
With Sandy, I would say he's been a mentor to us. In our initial days, we worked a lot with Sandy. We did one IP with Sandy also called New Dusk, which was just after COVID. That's where we partnered for a longer period. We were partners for 5 months. And we used to do this at Westin every Sunday. This was just after COVID. And just after COVID, nobody knew how to, again, restart the event section. We were also clueless at how to do it. But Sandy reached out to us. He called us and boys, I have seen what you've done past years. We worked also. We want to start something. Let's do it together. And we were more than excited that, okay, we have a big support with us to restart the event structure again.
Yeah,
and
just to add on this, it was actually this IP and Sandy during this time was the time when we were understanding how the business works, because we till this time we understood how how to curate an event, how to make an event, how to khada kaise karna event.
Yeah, build an
After that, how to make money out of it, that is something was a big learning, which came through Sandy, through when we were working with them, because obviously passion and all is amazing, but we knew one thing, that we don't want to do this just for fun for a few years and then कि यार पैसे नहीं बन रहे हैं, चलो अभी बहुत हो गया, अभी कुछ और करते हैं types. We obviously want to do this for our whole life, that's the whole plan, it has to be sustainable. So which is very important. A lot of people think that a lot of people when they start the business, passion hai, like, without understanding the economics behind it, you can't make it a sustainable business. So Sandy, the whole team, they were like a big part, like, which we
Yeah.
got that learning from them.
Since we partnered with them, so we understood the internal way of also how to operate.
Economics of
Economics of it, how a bar runs, how food is managed, what profits are, what loss are, and because of that, we actually understood our value also, where we stand, how to negotiate also with clients, how to work with that. So he was a big blessing after COVID.
Yeah.
With Khodu, it was amazing. He was the first one who approached us and asked us to start an IP when Disco on a Wednesday was born. And he also was very supportive in that. He always, whenever he saw that, okay, this event was amazing, but economics wise it didn't work, he would pay from his pocket. Give us extra, like, boys, for your effort. You should not go into loss, or when you can, because we can recover next day. You only have one event a month. So that was like really touching for us. That okay, this guy understands that for us it's one event a month. So he would always support that in that way.
One thing about High Spirits is, like, High Spirits, what we again, like, saw was High Spirits specializes, or you can say, like, they are more of a legacy place. Like, the Khodu, what he believes in, like, I mean, even when I talk to him, for him, it's more about the product, the legacy, like, what he's gonna leave behind for people, like, So we also kind of come from that background as well. For us, like, the vision, the product becomes way more important. We are trying to. It's always nice to have a balance between business and your vision, but we learned so much from Khodu about, like, how do you make a legacy? How do you make, like, a product which will be remembered for, like, even after you're gone? So so completely two different things which we were, like, learning from, like, different kind of people. With Daily, why we actually, like, stuck to working with Daily for so many events, because we have been working with Daily for past 2-3 years. Firstly, I mean, the synergy is there, like, the vibe matches completely. And with all the products they have made, like, I mean, you can go to, like, Daily Bombay, then they made Daily Pune, then they made Suki. I mean, till Suki, like, till Daily Pune, we knew that this team can make good products, like, good venues. They are, like, very capable of that. Amazing thing is they focus on detailing, like, exactly, like, the whole experience. When we organize music festivals, we don't want ki म्यूजिक फेस्टिवल पे आपको रेस्टोरेंट वाला वाइब नहीं मिल सकता, मतलब रेस्टोरेंट वाला कंफर्ट नहीं मिल सकता है. लाइक, वी डोंट वांट दैट. वी वांट आपको म्यूजिक फेस्टिवल में भी, लाइक, यू आर गेटिंग द सेम काइंड ऑफ कंफर्ट. सो डेली वाज, लाइक, गुड फॉर दैट. एंड देन दे ओपन सूकी एंड वी वर लाइक, यार अब तुक्का नहीं है, जो भी ये लोग कर रहे हैं, वॉट एवर दे डू, दे किल इट, मैन, दे एस इट. देन दे ओपन सेकेंड हाउस. इट वाज जस्ट
Second house is a mind-blowing venture.
They just proved it. Like, we were happy that we are working with the perfect team. They're an amazing team, like, amazing to work with. And there is no, like, one thing which I personally, like, took out from the way they work, the way the team works and everything is, like, the whole team works in a synergy that it pushes each other up, like, it's very much closer to, like, it feels like a very safe environment, very happy environment. Nobody's, like, getting too stressed about it. In fact, nobody is working because they're getting paid. Everybody is working towards a vision, like, because everybody is aligned in the vision. Now that is something which was, again, like, something which was very close to what we do. That was, like, we still learn from them, like, in fact, everybody we are working with, we still, like, try to learn from them, that, because these guys have been doing these things, like, for quite a longer time than us. So, like, I mean, and they are doing it beautifully. And this is exactly what we want
also
to
the
do.
team building thing is very, very nice in Daily, which we've observed, that how the entire team works together like a family, and how they take care of each other. Anyone who's working with them, they don't feel like, they're not part of it, or they're just doing a job. They feel like they own their place and they work as it is, like that. They are very much responsible for the growth of this place. So that is also a very cool thing we've seen, that you must have seen, like, even there are a lot of bartenders or people and service over there are still with them, who started from the beginning, are still working with them. It's been 5-6 years. That's something very difficult to hold an employee with you for that long. But Daily has really mastered that technique, and we've observed that how they take care of everyone.
Not just their, like, even they do seminars for their staff and everybody. What they're trying to do is not just give their people employment. They're trying to make them, like, a better person for this
industry.
this industry, for life. Like, they're gaining more confidence. Like, for a person to come from a village in Odisha, like, he won't have the confidence to, like, talk between, like, between us, like, if we are talking about something, but they are making them gain that confidence, so that, because everybody has that smile, and everybody, like, can talk, like, if they, like, be presentable in those manner. Nobody is feeling like, "Yaar, nahi," like, so all those things, you're making better human beings, like, so which is amazing.
Yeah,
Like,
the life
to see
lessons and life
in
values.
in a
We've seen
company.
people over there progressing on another level. Like someone who started from bottom, now at Delhi is at a different post and super confident and all of that.
Yeah.
So that's great about Delhi. About Qora, so Qora was initiated in April or May, sometime that time. And we were the first ones to start an IP over there. We first ones who started doing parties over there.
Yeah.
So that's how Satsang began. We were anyways looking when we were planning Satsang. Our idea was to do it at a new place which has a fresh energy, and something which is not a club, but it's like a hybrid bar and a high energy bar and a restaurant. And that was our plan for doing Satsang. So with Qora, when we started working, it's like Qora and Satsang grew together. It's like it's a very core part of Qora, and Qora is a core part of Satsang.
Yeah.
Because we all saw the growth together, we grew together, and we saw all the, like, building it together. So it's become very tight, close working with Aman.
Yeah.
And he's also, again, a similar style, like full freedom to us. With Satsang, we've experimented in music so much. I don't think so we've done it for any IP. We've got drum and bass artists, we've got bass
he's
artists,
been
we've got
quite
live
patient.
bands, we've got a live drummer with somebody playing live electronica. We've got DJs from Amsterdam, from all over the world. And that only we could do because, again, Qora had faith in us and he's given us full freedom. It's never been like, okay, once Satsang maybe did not go well, so, okay, we have got to change, it's not going well or anything. No, it's okay, it happens. One doesn't go well, the next one we'll smash it. So there was never a feeling of, this might not work. There was always feeling that this, we are going to kill with this. And Qora had full support in us. Aman showed full faith in us that, boys, this is your night. Again, you do it however you want to do it. And that's how 56 editions, and we're still growing. And then we don't see any end to it. I think
no
so
stopping.
Yeah, we're going to hit a century.
Yeah, but these are just 4 or 5 venues. But apart from that itself, like, I mean, people sometimes misunderstand venue owners, and that, because people think that, they are making a lot of money and, like, it's easy for them. I mean, we have seen so many venues come and go. People who are so ambitious to, like, it's their dream to have a place, who are thinking in the similar kind of lines what we are thinking. But the sad part is, like, everybody comes into that with that mindset that, we want to make this place. It's gonna be we're gonna be promoting only this kind of music. It's gonna be not gonna go towards commercial or something. But yeah, I mean, after 2-3 months, everything goes down the drain because, like,
The economics don't work.
doesn't work, and, like, then you have to figure out, like, okay, then you start losing your vision slowly, and then in 6-7 months, your vision is completely out of the window.
Yeah.
So you have no vision.
Yeah.
You're just another place which there are like 50 more places, 100 more
Just
places.
trying to
Like,
survive.
you're just trying to survive, and it's not gonna last. And ultimately, it doesn't.
Yeah.
So it's a little sad as well. Like, it's not too easy for the venues. Also, super club culture is completely gone from our country. There are no super clubs which are remaining. Like, I mean, there are like hardly like 2-3 we can count on our fingers. But apart from that, I think it's everything is like a part of the whole culture which is coming to India. That has given, like, super clubs going means a lot of bars and cocktail bars, semi venues, hybrid venues have come up. So, and we have been working with those kind of venues a lot, like nowadays, like, Qora, Delhi. These are not like a proper gig venues. They are more like hybrid venues.
But don't you feel that I like this vibe? You go into a bar, it's a speakeasy, you can talk, you
Definitely.
can socialize, you can hear good music,
Definitely.
on all of that. But don't you think this has kind of killed clubbing culture in a way? Not-
It has.
No?
It has.
Don't you
It
feel-
has.
It's you can say both the same things, like,
It has killed. I would not say it, but as in killed, but because of this working out, a lot of people are moving to this direction, and people are now a little afraid to open a performance space, which I would say a club, which is dedicated to music performance, and art. Like this is a hybrid. I said so. Music is a part of it.
Yeah.
Then food and cocktails and that experience also come into the picture. But a performance space has become tougher now to
Yeah.
open and run. I would say because people are now gotten comfortable with these spaces, with the bar spaces. That okay, it's not like really the entry fee is also not that much. Artist bookings also not that big artist bookings. We're doing like all small upcoming or underground artists with. So it's become easier for people to go to a bar, spend, have a good time and come.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, it is very much important that it should have a balance of a performance space also, because there are a lot of artists, producers who are on a different mindset, different space of electronic music which cannot be played in a bar. Their music cannot be performed, so they are not there. And as in they don't have any place to perform in Pune. I'm speaking specifically. I have no clue. I have no idea of any performance space in Pune, and that's a very big gap which is there. If anybody can come and fill in, but it has to be in a very smarter way also. Like not just come and open a big ass space and just call artists and think that okay, it'll work. It won't happen that way. We need to start from small, have a small space, or call like really have a programmer who understands music, not a programmer who can get people. Get a programmer who can really understand the music, who's been in the music industry. Get a PR separate, spend a little more on it, and then make a community around it and execute it. So the only reason is that nobody's coming up with performance space anymore because they are afraid of it. That's why
It's quite
in
challenging.
Pune everything has gone towards bar now. We also sometimes feel like Pune does require a good performance space.
Yeah.
We definitely it requires
People
one.
It's the
should.
need of the hour. I
Yeah,
feel,
earlier
no?
it was like people would go to a bar,
Yeah.
drink, then go to a club and then
Yeah.
dance.
Bar was like a pre-game.
Yeah, like a pre-game.
Yeah.
Now bars become like a full game. Like come
Yeah.
to be there only and don't go in. After that, go home.
Yeah.
And also, I think the timings also matter a lot. Like 1:30 shutting in Pune is quite less. I think back in the days when Coco was there, Euriska was there, we used to go until 3:30, 4 a.m.
Yeah.
That was great. That's how it should be. And if we see like when by 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock a person gets free from work, what time he'll go home, change, come. He has only 2 hours. And for a performance space, for 2 hours, they will never survive.
That would be
So I think so
actually
timing is also very crucial.
It would be a nice solution that, I mean, because to be honest, if I get the option today, economics wise, business wise, a club is very difficult to make it work. Firstly, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, that's all.
Yeah, that's
you
all
you
the
only have
business.
3 days to work out your
3 hours
business
of
for
business
for the
day.
whole week.
Yeah.
So timing wise, it can definitely work that only the clubs who have the discotheque licenses, they will be on till 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. All the pubs and bars don't give them those licenses, that they actually shut at 1:32. So people are chilling there, partying there.
Yeah.
And then you're going to these discotheque clubs and stuff where you can go on till late. Those ways it can work.
Man, I
But
think
otherwise
so.
right now it's damn
A
difficult.
hybrid space is the need of the hour at the moment. Like there's a performance space, it's a club. On a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it's a space for electronic
It
music,
turns
art,
into
performance.
this,
But Monday to Thursday, use it for something else. Like it's a hybrid space. Use it for like content space or use it for some dance studio, whatever. I don't know. We can come, but if a hybrid space somebody can come up with, I think so. The economics can work.
I think if a bar gets the food and drinks right, and then music is like an added, it's a cherry on the top.
Yeah.
That's why daily in Qora work.
Yeah,
because
obviously.
of
100%.
that.
In today's date, you have to see. This is all people were not maybe thinking about it 10 years back or something. But
Yeah.
in today's date, what we spoke about the detailing,
Yeah.
no place is gonna run properly or nicely if they don't have good food. Although when we in the party business, when we go think of a venue, we think about what music are they gonna play there? Drinks are nice or no. But I'm telling you, no, everybody thinks that food is not important, but it actually turns out to be really important.
Yeah.
People are gonna keep coming to your place because of your food. Then you have good alcohol as well, and then you're also obviously doing good events
A
as
good
well.
sound system. That's
Yeah.
also so much
Big
required.
important,
Qora has a really good sound system. That's why people like coming to there. That's one very basic thing. That you are in a room where it's sounding nice, you will stay in that room for 3 hours. But you are in a room which is not sounding nice, it's sounding harsh, you won't understand why you're not enjoying it.
Yeah.
The reason is because you're getting fatigue, you're getting ear fatigue.
Yeah.
And you're getting tired by listening that bad sound. So you leave the club or you leave the venue. So having a good sound system, warm sound system will make your crowd stick, will keep coming, and people think, oh, it's the DJ or it's the venue. It's the sound which is making you stay over here and making you feel good about.
Yeah.
Because those frequencies are gonna do something in your body.
Yeah.
If it's nice, you're gonna feel nice about it. If it's harsh, you won't understand what's happening. You'll be like, maybe the DJ is not good. No, the DJ is good. It's just that the frequencies are not affecting you well.
Yeah. Like DVS once says, like, I
The
mean,
sound
your
is like,
sound has to be a headliner, like, at the same par as a headliner, like at any event. If your sound is bad, I mean, you just fucked up the first basic thing which you have to
Invest in
get
good
it
sound.
Yeah, I mean that.
And
is-
things will just run smooth for you. Qora has aced that. Like, he's got a
Yeah.
good sound system. People are loving Satsang.
Yeah. Nice.
So, yeah.
Like, may I know about the revenue deal? Like, how does it work? Like, if you're like, not this approx numbers, how does it work? I'm trying to understand now. 56 editions.
Yeah.
So, is it like you all get an X amount for the
I
whole
mean-
month to program, or you all have a partnership, like a revenue sharing deal,
See, we-
or any
yeah.
other venue? Like, you all have done IPs in different venues. How does it work?
It's kind of deals are always different with every venue. I mean,
And it keeps changing
yeah.
according to the way we grow also. Like earlier we used to not get certain kind of deals, obviously because we don't have a kind of product or we don't have that brand value in the market. But as we've grown, like we are in our 7th year right now, and as you grow the deals keep changing. Then
Yeah.
the sponsors also see around, sponsors play an important role. The brand alcohol sponsors,
You
brand
all are the
sponsors.
darlings of the sponsors.
So
Your
this-
event, I see 6 sponsors, 6 logos. How these guys have managed to keep their egos aside and be on the same billing? I kind of wonder how does that work?
Again, like you said, like the way we function only, it's like the way we approach a sponsor. See, our mindset with sponsor, be it a venue, be it anyone, is that it's not that we come, do a party, we make money and leave. No, sorry. It won't work for us. We want to come and we all should make money. We should make money, the venue should make money, the sponsor should get his revenue back. And whatever is required, everyone should be happy with the event. Then it's a long game.
Then
And
that's the-
again, that's what I've observed with venue also. They also get promoters on board or get any event company on board, but are not willing to pay them what they are deserved. They're trying to like, oh, we should make money. The promoter should make only X amount of money or 10% of it. Why?
Yeah.
Make the promoter happy. Let him also.
He's made the noise.
Yeah,
He's
you have
got
30
people-
days to make money. He's going to take one night of
Yeah.
yours. Let him also make money. Then that
I
promoter
agree,
will stick with you. This is what all these 4 venues have done, that they've made sure that we also make money out of it. We also sustain. We are also happy.
But
But this,
So that's why
like,
with sponsor also, we try to speak to sponsor and not just like say things, we'll do this, we'll do that, and maybe we'll do or not. No, we think that, okay, if we do this for this sponsor this time, then next time also he'll stick with us. Then we have a relation with that sponsor. Give them ideas also. Okay, after this event, probably let's do this concept with you. Let's do this with you. Let's do these nights with you. So they also see, okay, now these guys are thinking about us also. Not just like one event, take money and okay, bye.
yeah,
That's what it is called a perfect event. Like, when we are in our earlier the first meetings we used to have with our sponsors, we had to like the longest part of our meetings were actually trying to tell them that we want to work with them and not like to create a brand presence in the best way possible for them. It can't happen that that the sponsor has given us the money and then has left it on us कि तुम लोग देख लो तुम्हें हमारा brand कैसे दिखाना है, or that because we are giving them the space that we are asking them कि तुम लोग देख लो तुम्हें अपना brand कैसे दिखाना है. Every time whenever we have worked for our events, it's always that the brand and us, we have worked together, that how we want to showcase the bar or how we want to showcase the brand, what we can do, what we can't do. In the first few meetings, obviously it was a little tough because for them we were still the new players and stuff. But yeah, after 1-2 events when we could show them that okay, these guys did nail it or ace it, like whatever they are saying, all of these like even the same billing of like brands coming on together and everything all went like out of the window because we had to convince them that even though we have another brand which is obviously not your competition brand, but like for a hard liquor brand to have a beer brand, it's not a problem.
Yeah.
Because the way we want to show the beer brand and the way we want to show the hard liquor brand, both of them are going to be happy.
Yeah.
So ultimately in the end then they
Yeah.
never like were worried about this, that okay, how is our
Their
brand
brand will be-
showcased at
yeah.
Maushi events. So that way like sponsors and all have been like also
Like
super
for
happy.
last year Holi, we had Bacardi and Heineken on board with us. So our Holi we were promoting as eco-friendly Holi. So we thought instead of putting their signages and other that stuff, let's do hand-painted signages. And we were thought maybe if the brand wouldn't agree because you're gonna hand paint the Bacardi logo, it won't be it'll be off or something. But the brand loved it. They're like, oh wow, this is great idea. Like instead of putting our light board or any other logo, let's hand paint it. We took a wooden board. We had some artists with us. They hand painted both the logos. The bar was all eco-friendly, made out of wood and all that. And it actually looked pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like you would have not seen Bacardi in that way ever.
Yeah.
This was only first time. So the brand also started like, okay, cool. These guys do cool things. So it's
I mean, that helps.
it's a good relation. Yeah.
Man. Crazy. Man, there's so much to talk about.
Shoot away.
I recently saw a post about you guys talking about how you all want to move away from artist management. Like you all want to stick to your roots, doing events, curating IPs. You want to talk about that in length?
Yeah. So, see, I mean, when we are growing in the music scene and everything, like, we want to, obviously we came across so many, we came across so many challenges which we also want to work towards. So, like, 2 years back when we saw, like, a lot of artists, like, who might be struggling, are struggling, and something which we can do for them, like, we would love to do that. It started with that. It started with small steps that, let's do that. And we started building our roster, and all the artists we had, like, in the Maushi roster, the one basic common thing between all of them was we bloody believed in them. Like, we believe in them that, these guys should get more than what they are actually getting now also, because they're superbly, amazingly talented artists. So that's how we started with that. And that was also the time 2 years back, and that was the time we were understanding the business behind events and everything, like, learning with each step. But what happened, like, in 2 years time, we understood that, our vision and the where we want to reach is at such a, we want to reach like a very high position, like, of the product which we want to create. We want to create a legacy, like, what I was talking about. So it's not, these are not like easy things to do, like, and you can't do that by giving, like, 50% of your time to that. It was something that we had to, like, decide either we continue like this, and we can still continue like this, but our first passion and our first love will always be curating events. And that is not fair to the artists, because even when we are working with them, obviously we're having fun, like, working with them, and every time we do something nice for them or they achieve something, it's like we are also like super happy. We are like a one big family. We have become, everything is nice, but we also realize that these guys deserve 100% attention, and if we can't give that, it's better to, like, step away from it now than later, because we can't do both the things continuously, giving, like, equal time. That won't work.
We did it for 2 years, I think so. And in last 2 years, our event side has also exponentially increased. Like the Maushi Day has become like a bigger festival now to 3 stage. Holi has become a bigger party. Then we did Coast Life in Goa. Then we did couple of the Satsang IP and everything. So our time is also being consumed a lot by these events.
Yeah.
So again, as Pradhumn said, like we had to divide our attention towards artists and all. And if we were just an artist management agency, I think so it would have been amazing for all these artists. It would have been amazing, like the growth and everything. But because of the attention division, I would say we had to take this call now only itself that are we going to focus entirely on events, or are we going to focus entirely on artist management? It's a very difficult. If you must have seen, not many, or I would say like 99% artist management agencies are artist management agencies.
Yeah.
The best ones.
Yeah.
Of course, we want to do anything, it has to be best.
Yeah.
Can't just do half-ass work.
Yeah.
So we were in that position that either we do this or either we do that. Because whatever we do, we want to give 100%, make it the best. If this artist management is at 10, we have to take it to 100. But if we think that taking to 100 is going to take 10 years because of our other commitments, then it's not correct. And it's not right for the artist also.
It must be a tough decision.
Yeah, it was a very tough decision.
For us and the artists as well. Yeah.
Because we became a family and we know each other and we used to love everyone. They're liking our events, we're liking their gigs, all of them playing for us. So it was a tight-knit family.
Yeah.
But we had to take this decision for the greater good.
Yeah.
For the greater good for them, for the greater good for us.
Yeah.
It was a tough call.
To be honest, like, people give so much importance to, and I'm nothing against it, but people give it so much importance to, like, professionalism, and you have to do work according to the structure, and, like, be artist manager has to be doing this and only this and not this, or some things like that. I don't think we were doing that. We were working it as a community, and to be honest, like our artists were also like like sad about like when we took the decision that we won't be going ahead and stuff. So I was having a word with Pramod Sindigari, and I mean, he told me a few things like, because of that, I started seeing that this wasn't a complete, like, a complete fail thing, like, because we are always too critical and too hard on ourselves that, because what we thought for artist management, we couldn't do that. Damn, we failed, man. Like, I mean, and he gave us a different perspective, which was that he had the best time, that he loved it, that no other agency, like, will work with him in this manner, the way we did, is because we were more like a family. His visions, his dreams were more like had also become our dreams, like and it's not just in terms of like work or something. It's also in terms of everything. How is he doing in life? Like is he happy? Is he like even asking a question like, "Are you happy?" Like nobody does that. Why don't people do that? Like, oh, okay, an artist is making like 10 lakhs a month. Like, oh, he should be happy. No, the person is still sad. And if a manager doesn't know that, is the person happy or no, like I mean that's your job, because it's gonna also affect their work, which is your job, right? So like so all those things. So it was obviously a tough decision for us. We spoke to them, had like long conversations with all of them, and like ultimately, but they all supported our decision to like just focus on this, because I mean it is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is. So,
Yeah. But with events, we can still host them. So
yeah,
it's
it's
a
all
win-win
good. It's all
situation.
good,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's-
100%.
Tell me about, how do you feel about the current scene?
in Pune or in India?
Just in general.
General.
In general. In India, I think so. It's great. It's nice. It's booming. And it has way more opportunities still. It's not that like it's saturated. But like the tier 3 cities are coming up. The other day on Friday, I was playing in Lucknow. It was an amazing gig. Like it's the first time I went to Lucknow. And people showed in numbers. The gig went really well. And I was surprised. And then now next month, I'm playing in Raipur. So all these small tier 3 cities are also coming up. They are also contributing to electronic scene right now, and that's a very good sign in a way that the artists now have more venues to play at. The competition will be healthier, and there'll be more creative agencies coming with creative things. It is very important for that, because if there are only couple of players who are doing things in the country, you just get saturated, or maybe there's no benchmark or motivation or healthy competition. But now with so many things coming up, that keeps you also on toes, that okay man, let's do something new, let's bring some new ideas. This guy's doing this, oh wow, great, amazing, loved it, let's do something else. So that keeps the energy growing. And I think so in India the scene is pretty good right now. It's going to only bloom. The thing is that it is in a transition phase. I feel it's in my personal opinion that after COVID, there was a huge hike in electronic music. Everybody moved to electronic music. A lot of commercial clubs started doing electronic nights. Everyone wanted to be a part of it. Because I think so, post-COVID, only Goa was the only place which was open. And Goa was doing like on extensive level electronic gigs. And everyone saw that and I said, okay, this is it. Only electronic music people don't care about COVID and want to party. And other people are not coming out. So that happened, but that's good, like, because it's coming down now. People are realigning with their vision. The ones who were not into electronic music, but they saw something's working for something, that's why they started doing it by themselves, and now they're going back to their roots. So now it's settling down. The people who are in it are the ones who are educated, are the ones who are going to do it right way. There were couple of parties and couple of venues or other things which were not doing it right way. They were just doing it because it was trending. But now it's going to come back to the ones who are into it for the right reason, and it's going to become better, I feel. There's a decline, but the decline for a right reason.
But it's still
quality will increase.
Yeah, it's still like way higher than what it was in 2020 or 19, like before COVID.
Yeah.
So obviously the industry has boomed like crazy, and to be honest, I mean we were kind of predicting it, like something like this will happen, but the way it happened, it's still like kind of shocked everybody. The whole hike in all the clubs, like and all the promoters. Everybody is doing electronic music events.
People are now educated about this music a lot. I'm surprised when I was playing in Lucknow. I played this very housey set, which I thought would not work, but people, I got great response. Everyone loved it, and I was like, wow, this worked. Because sometimes, when I play, I have this mindset, okay, should I play for the crowd or should I play for myself? On that night, I had feeling, okay, I'm going to play for myself. Let's see how crowd reacts. And crowd loved it. And I was like, okay, now people do know about
They're receptive. to
the variations of electronic music. Like there's so much in it. There's house, tech house, like bass music is also coming up. So that's great. People are getting educated about it. More communities coming in, more DJs coming in, creative stuff is happening. So I think so India is on a very good path for electronic music.
Yeah.
It's gonna boom.
Let's hope for the best. Too.
Yeah,
Apart
let's
from
hope for the-
electronic music also, I mean general music also, I mean few years back it wasn't like all the other global stars in any genre were like so looking forward to us trying to make shows work out in India.
Yeah.
In today's date, because of internet and because of our huge population and everybody has a smartphone, that's a target user, I mean that makes our market so big that all the artists like global stars, everybody would love to come to India and play. So it has become a big platform, and now the government is, I heard government is also supporting
yeah.
after Coldplay and all these kind of events. So
That was a
I think
very
That's
good,
a great
very
thing.
good event.
I think we are
Yeah,
we are
like a
good.
Coldplay kind of event. Imagine it just educates or brings this new wave of the kind of production can be achieved.
Yes.
A lot of people have not seen that. So that's why they don't know what is good. They just think, okay, this is good. But now everyone saw it on social media, wherever, that India can host that level of production and all. So now production will get better.
Yeah.
Because once you need to taste it. Like I also went outside, went to Wonderfruit Festival, saw it, and I was like, wow, what is this? So I come back and like, okay, full fresh mind, do something new. This can be achievable, all of that. So that kind of exposure is coming to India, and it's going on a very good way,
Yeah,
like a
we're
better
good.
path.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think we're good.
people are caring about sound system in India. People are openly talking about it, which is amazing.
Yeah.
That's so much required.
People are now very vocal.
Yeah.
And you get immediate reaction, like immediate you
Yeah,
get it, like feedback. We don't like it or we like it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that is good.
Yeah.
What's next for Maushi?
Hey.
Oh, next is a break. We got it.
Yeah, I mean,
we
right
gotta take a
after.
pause.
Yeah.
Yeah. To be honest, we actually want to take a pause, not like a big pause, like a small pause for ourselves, because 7 years we're gonna complete. We've worked every day. This is a full-time gig. We don't do anything. From 7 years, we didn't have any side job, side hustle. From the beginning, when we started, we were like, okay, this is it. No side hustles, no side income, nothing.
All in.
All in. And it struggled a lot. I hustled a lot. And now I think so. We've just been in motion, just kept on doing things one after one, never took a break, never took a pause. Now, just last month or something, we felt that we should take a pause, look back what we've done in all these years, and then plan our next 5 years or 10 years, how we want to go ahead. And I think that that's really important to just declutter our minds
Yeah.
with so much happening and enjoy what you've done.
It's
Like we want to go.
difficult to step away when you are at the top.
So you're not going to be like stepping away for a
Yeah.
week. We can't
you
do
have
also,
your
obviously.
bi-weekly whatever.
Yeah,
We'll-
I think
no,
so.
we'll-
It's-
we'll take a
it's-
pause
it
maybe
is-
from
it
that
is-
as well.
Yeah, it is tough.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because see, I mean, when we are, if we can take a big step like shutting down agency, artist management agency, it was a big step for us, and we owe something to all these artists as well. The whole point towards doing that was so that we can achieve our targets, our goals, and now to do that, it's fine to take a pause and think how you're gonna be reaching there. With in the past 2 years, what has happened is we got so comfortable with the industry which we wanted to get, meeting people and the regular events, doing so many events all over India through artist management, connecting with so many people, that if you would have asked us 5 years back, we had the same hunger, but were we ready to do a big event or to reach where we wanted to reach? No, we were not ready at that time, and thank God we didn't do something at that scale at that time, because we were not ready. In today's date, because of these 2 years, because of artist management, because of connecting with all these people, and now we feel that now maybe we can start thinking towards how.
Yeah, what's the
towards-
next step of it? Yeah.
why we started Maushi, the whole agenda of what is our main love towards that that thing, that product.
Yeah, back
so
to our
finding
roots.
ourselves so maybe just a month gap or something. It was
Yeah,
not
just a
gonna
month
be
break,
a
not much. First, we
big
want to go
something.
chill, hang, do a vacation. Me, Hiten and Pradhumn, 3 of us, we work so much. Just enjoy what we've done in life, and then let's see how we want to go ahead. So that's the next plan. That's the next big plan, and we're kind of excited about it. We never thought we'd
Super
take a
quite.
pause, but this pause, I think so, is like yes,
Need
you need a pause.
Yeah, and it's exciting because we are looking forward, like
Yeah, like we're sure
like
that we're gonna
what
come
we're
back
gonna
with a
be
fresh energy,
Yeah.
fresh ideas, fresh mind. Need a rest, so that's what is next for Maushi.
yeah.
Nice. How does it work internally? Like, what are the roles?
Yeah, like see, to be honest, we all personally also like can curate any event. Like we're all event organizers, but we have divided jobs like any kind of like all the design and everything that has been like design and creative side is completely like Chetan is handling that. In terms of production, the artists like programming side, that is something Hiten is handling that. In terms of business sponsors, like the whatever the like what we are in terms of like the vision or something, that is something like I'm handling that. These are like the upper say what the roles like which we are supposed to
Since we've
like,
been
take care
working
of.
together for 7 years, and when we started, none of us had any clue about it. So we tried our hands in everything.
Yeah.
So each of us can do all of the stuff,
Yeah.
but we've segregated it in
Yeah.
some way that
Who's more comfortable in
like,
what,
Yeah,
like,
Hiten
what
takes
would be
care
the
of a
best
lot of
scenario.
international touring.
Yeah.
Hiten takes care of production part of it, and he's like sourcing out stuff for events and everything. He's master now at it. He can do it by himself. Knows everyone. Like if anything you need in an event, it's Hiten. Like when on the day of the festival, only Hiten knows what's happening. So if anything goes wrong, Hiten. He gets mad. He's like, God, like I have to manage everything because. But then every vendor's comfortable with him. All the guys are comfortable. People who are working there, they're like, okay, Hiten sir. Even if I go and like, sorry, nahi, Hiten sir bolenge to. Then only I'm speaking to bouncer like, listen, I'm also part of the event. No. If Hiten sir allows, then only allowed. So that's also there.
Shout out to Hiten.
Yeah, shout out to Hiten.
Maybe next time he'll also join
Yeah,
us.
yeah,
sure,
yeah.
for
We should
sure.
get him also. We should get him a separate podcast.
Yeah.
Talk about what? Artists in Arsenal.
Yeah.
Arsenal. If you're talking about Arsenal, yeah, he won't be shy at all. Otherwise, he gets shy in front of the camera. But yeah, talk about football or Arsenal or music. Firstly, I mean, the kind of knowledge he has in terms of music, you name any club in the world, he knows exactly where the club is. So he's amazing with his knowledge.
With
about,
research
like,
and all, yeah.
Research.
Nice.
He's
Yeah,
passionate
which
about
artist
the
is playing
music and
where, he
everything.
would know. Like, okay, this artist is close to India. Let's get this artist for tour. This artist is here at the moment. Let's get him here. All that. So he's very well with international. All our international touring he handles himself solo.
But-
like for Holi also now, both the international art is taking care of it.
Nice.
Yeah. To give a shout out, man, I mean, to be honest, it's 3 of us, but for every event, we have like an extended team, like, who is working with us. And so even though like, we three are like the core members who are like, working on each and every event, but we keep on, there are so many people in the city who like, who have been working with us since the beginning. And to be honest, really, I'm telling you, it's purely for the love for Maushi, like, or for what we are doing. So, shout out to Meher. Meher, like, she does our video production, like,
Filmmaking.
So, like, has a cinematography background. So, I mean, we loved it. If you go and see our Maushi Day campaigns and all, nobody was announcing their artist lineup through Maushis talking to each other. Like, कि अरे अर्जुन वगाले आने वाला है, like a Maushi talking to another Maushi, or like a radio show going on, like, so these were like very cool ideas. So like, shout out to her. And then Aashay and Yogesh DD, like, both of them, honestly, just for the love for like, the what we are doing, they've always been there. Like, we just one call and
They have their full-time jobs,
Yeah.
full-time work.
And they still take
but
out time for
they
this,
always
yeah.
come, help us out with all our events. Radio also takes care of all the production part with Hiten. Aashay will come take care of all the logistics. So
We've
they have
become-
their full-time thing, but
Yeah.
they'll take out their time. Like Aashay will get done by 6, 7 from work, he'll come. And then he'll help
work
us with
till
all of
11
this.
o'clock 12. And we have become
Yeah.
quite shameless nowadays that we don't even like call them to ask them कि अरे यार तुम लोग free हो गया or something. सीधा we'll call them कि Aashay, like we have to do this, yeah bro, we have to like sort
the
this
logistics
out.
side of it, right?
Like DD, like where are you bro, like we have to finish this. So I mean, we are still working it out as a community, and only because of that Kanika, like again
Masala
she's
soda.
doing the merch and everything. So it's like a family who's been like and obviously I can't name all the people who have left also, but it's always because of all these people collective
Yeah.
effort. And then again, like working with Daily has always been like amazing. So collective effort, man, collective effort.
Nice.
So yeah.
Man, it was a pleasure having you guys here. Before I let you all go, I'm gonna throw a few questions at you all, and you all gotta answer quick.
Rapid fire.
Kind of. I don't know call it rapid
What are we gonna
fire.
get? We're gonna get something out of that. No gifts?
You get to go home now.
Love it.
11:30.
Let's go.
If budget wasn't a problem, which artist would you book? I mean, Hiten would be the apt
Yeah.
person to answer, but still.
I would personally, oh god, budget was never a problem, but getting that artist is a problem. I would like if I want to book anyone now, DJ Tennis.
Okay, taking
Yeah.
notes.
Yeah, DJ Tennis. Who would you like?
I mean, the budget, honestly, what Chetan is saying, budget
budget's
is never
not
a problem
budget
because
that can come.
bigger the artists, the bigger the budgets are going to be.
Yeah.
And obviously, for obvious
Getting dates.
reasons, like, getting dates
That
is
is the
super
main-
difficult.
One track that instantly screams Maushi.
Well, I don't remember track names. I remember track by their sound, but instantly screams Maushi.
Oh, I mean, it's not a proud thing to say, but yeah, I mean, because of Satsang, check.
Oh yeah. That was like a
track.
signature track that check Adam F Circles. The track by Adam F Circles.
Yeah.
That was one track which was like it became like a satsang track.
Community, everybody wanted
Before like they knew if the party's gonna get over, if the crowd will start saying check. Even the bartenders like they want to listen to check. So yeah, circles.
Another track at Disco on a Wednesday we used to play. You guys used to play at your party also. What's that? I
I don't
that.
remember well. But yeah, this circles I would say. Adam F Circles.
Favorite venue in Pune?
No,
Favorite venue.
there's no specific one favorite venue. It
Yeah.
depends on the concept. Like, for example, till date, we can think that High Spritz was the best venue for disco kind of parties which we were throwing. And if you want to do a techno kind of party, open air, Euriska was the best. So, I mean,
Antisocial was
it's
really
always
antisocial
different,
still there. It's really cool venue. Like it's got great sound system, great acoustics. The room sounds really nice. It's a very good performance space. Antisocial.
Man. Thank you so much, guys. This was fun.
Good to be
I
here,
hope you
man.
like the coffee.
100%.
Yes, man. Really good coffee.
Buddy.
Thank you, Soil.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tarun. Thank you so much.
yeah, bro.
Thank you.
Pleasure
Thank you
being
for having us. Man, it was a great conversation. It reminded us of our old days also.
Coco
it was-
days.
Yeah, Coco days.
Speaking of Coco days, when will you guys collaborate with us?
As soon as you call us, man,
or
let's
kya?
plan something.
Blocked our numbers and like now you're telling us, bro.
Man,
Speaking
we
of
should-
Well, I think
when
so.
are you
I
gonna invite
think
us?
so in the industry, we need to speak about you also. That you were the only guy who used to pay the artist on time.
Still,
Oh,
still pay.
On the
Yeah.
day of the
Hello.
event, the
Yeah.
artist will get the money.
I'm the most stressed.
yeah.
Do you know that?
100%.
Yeah, that's the best thing.
You know that people give yours and Coco's example, Penthouse's example, that
Yeah.
these guys are the only people who pay the artist upfront, always on
On
time,
time.
man. That's so kudos, man. Bloody yeah.
For that reason, we're gonna work soon.
Man, wish you all the luck for Drem, and I'll be there this time.
Awesome.
Yes, thank you so
Tarun
much.
plus 10 on the guest.
Yes,
Sorry,
yes,
yeah.
you at Holi.
Support
guest
the
list.
scene.
No guest list. Ciao.
Bye.
Thank you so
All
much,
right,
guys.
thank you guys, thank you.